Hey folks, it's Slacktuary. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, so if you watched the last one, wow, that was 40 minutes. Good for you if you watched the whole thing. Um, it was more of a discussion. It's the new series that I think I'm gonna do called Can I Be King? The King of the Pirates, whatever. Anyway, this is gonna be like episode 1.5, right? So I took like 30 minutes maybe. I don't know. I don't keep track of when I do all this stuff. But this is the deck list I came up with. All right. Now, I did have to make some sacrifices here. And I don't know if they're the best ones, but we shall see. We'll go through everything starting off from lowest cost to highest cost. All right. So, zero cost event. Divine Departure. All right. Now, I know it has this main effect. I'm sure it's good. Probably for a better player, it gets way more use. For me, though, I'm only in it for the counter. We run a lot of bricks. Able to convert a brick to counter. Sounds good to me. Mandatory 4 of, in my opinion, just because of how many bricks we run. All right. This is not going to be as pretty as when I laid it out. So you just get ready for that. Might even just stack it all back up. I don't know. Here it is again. Screenshot, picture, whatever, what you got to do. Because I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably stacking them back up. Oh, yeah. That's why this ain't worth keeping pretty. Sorry, scrap. That's all. That's what I'm calling this. Not saying all that. Rare use of counter for me. So this is the opposite Divine Departure. I use this to ramp so often. I could probably count. Well, I haven't played that many matches. I've played 16, based on my record with this deck. But I often use this to counter. Like if I don't have, I don't know. Let's see. If I'm not seeing my ramp, I have no issues using this, and I'll just rely on my 2Ks or whatever to keep me alive later on. So, mandatory 4. This is, I think, in every Roger deck list. This is already seen as a mandatory 4 of. I agree. Fantastic card. Now, Shanks. Searcher, automatic, search top 5, Roger Pirates, all that. Great card. I rarely see it. But, I'd rather have it there and not find it than not have it there at all. I feel like more often than not, I probably do just end up using it for counter, maybe. Because sometimes I mulligan and I just get a good thing going. I don't know. But Shanks, 4 of course, needed to find this other stuff. All right. Everything's pretty standard so far. Buggy, of course. 2K and ramp, mandatory 2 of, not 2 of, mandatory 4 of. We're not reinventing the wheel with this at all. All right. Now we get to the spice right here. This was the biggest pain to figure out what to take out for. Okay. If you watched the last video, you know why I have this in here. This is for those aggro decks. This is for, hopefully, I see it early on. It's only 2 of. It's not searchable. We'll see what happens. I can always make changes later on. But this is for those aggro decks that try to rush you down before we can get to 10 Dawn. That's what these are for. All right? We'll see. I like the idea. For the longest time, I like the idea. Well, of course, you know it's coming. But I always like the idea of at 10 Dawn playing this and then leaving 2 Dawn up, and like let's say you're playing Ace and they have a lot of bodies, right? Play this. Now you're a 12k leader for that turn. Yes, you took a life. You know, you have to take a life to activate it. But 12k, supremely hard to swing into. You're probably not losing any more lives that turn. All right, as long as you have counter in hand, which you usually do. Now that was the big pain with this deck, because I noticed like almost immediately, because I took out Odin for the card we'll get to later. Of course, that's 2k counter right off rip. That's gone. Also took out a Bon Clay. We'll get to that. Neko. This is simply a 4-up for the counter. I run 12 2Ks in this deck. Neko's the one I run. I have never used this on play effect. Absolutely ever. Maybe, I mean, it looks like it helps with aggro, so maybe. But as of now, this is simply for 2K. And it serves me well. In the games that I've played, it has served me well. Bullet. Necessary early ramp. That 6k sneaks up on people. Almost every time I've played this card in this deck, people almost always focus this card down. They do not like seeing this card. And I'm more than happy, to let it go. I mean, if I can get a swing off with it, sure, fine, whatever. But this is counter. It's just an all-around good card. I think this is just a 4-of in this deck. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to see some other deck lists that have something else. We'll see. All right. This was part of the 3k counter that I lost in rearranging everything, because I took out one of these. Now, Bon Clay is just situational, right? Like, I don't know. He's just very, very, or they, I don't know. They're just very, very situational. So, it's ramp. It's always going to be used for that. And it's counter. The actual when attacking, it has its use, right? Especially if you're facing somebody with big bodies on the board, right? I don't know. I feel like I see it too often and I'm just using it for counter. That sounds very bad. But yeah, I don't know. I just decided I will live with 3. I have all of these cards. They're going to travel around in the deck box with me. I will swap stuff out if I need to, right? For now, it's down to a 3-of. Still want to see it. Still think it's a great card to have on hand. But it's a 3-of. This is our only blocker. And it is an emergency blocker. Because again, more often than not, this is just like Neko. I have actually played this card out once in the past week or whatever. More often than not, 2K. Part of the 12 2Ks we run in this. So, that's Uda. That's what we use. Hey. Scopper. Honestly, if I truly, truly had to decide the MVP of this deck, it might be Scopper. Scopper and Bullet are just Bullet's valuable ramp. Scopper ramps as well, but draw 2, trash 1. I have seen so many of the cards I need just because of this card. Mandatory 4K. Mandatory 4-of will always be a 4-of in this deck as long as I play it. So, I don't know. People also kind of break their back trying to get this one off the field, too. Now, the new hotness, the one everybody was excited about, said it makes this deck playable, the new Promo Roger. You know what it does? You have 10, if you or your opponent have 10 Dawn cards on your field, your leader gains 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Defense and offense. Great card. Make old boy 9K leader. Very hard to swing into. I get it. I put 4 of. Maybe I might knock it down to a 3 of. We will see. I don't imagine that happening. Don't imagine it. But that's what we're doing. Now, if you watched the last video, you might be surprised by this one. Because we're still at 2K. We're still at 2 Rayleighs. I had full intent on having 4. I had real intent on having 4. And maybe, maybe if Meteor Strike of Love doesn't work out, we'll put back 2 more Rayleighs. But my reasoning was just, I've been doing fine with 2 Rayleighs as is, right? I see it when I need it. Yeah, it's rush, but I almost never use it to ramp on the 8 Dawn curve turn. Because usually, well, I mean, if you play Roger, you know. Or even if you're just familiar with Roger, you know. In order to play this, that means I have 9 Dawn on my field already. All right? So yeah, I could play this, ramp up to that 10th one on the field, get him to 7K, or I could play Bullet for 3 and out ramp. Now this does have the effect of resting of 5 cost or less. Situational. We'll see. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. We'll see. This could for sure go back up to a 4 of. We're just gonna see how the games progress. Shanks. Truthfully, this is probably the spiciest thing I'll say in this video. I thought about dropping these for 4 of the 10 cost purple Roger. Outlandish, I know, I get it. But it felt like it in the early games. So if you watched the last video and heard me talking about when I went 2 and 10 or whatever, I really didn't see these often. Or at least that I was usually in a predicament where playing this wasn't really the best play at the moment. So I don't know. I thought about it, but in the most recent games, it just breaks backs. It has to be a 4 of. I see it often. Thought about knocking it down to a 3 of. I don't know. Staying at a 4 as of now. And lastly, Big Dog. Our boy, the King. 10 cost Red Roger. You could just say 10 Rush Roger. I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. We're up to 3 of. I was seeing it pretty consistently with 2. But I figured, hey, we're getting rid of 2 of the purple Rogers. Might as well run an extra one of these. 13K is a lot. That's all it is. I'm sure somebody who plays this game more, is more analytical about it, will have better things. And if one of those people ends up watching any of these videos, let me know. Like, hey, I'm open to it. But I don't know. I like it. I bought this card before it was even playable. I bought it at $5. I bought a play set. Now they're up to, I think they're like 22 at time of recording. It's January 20th, same day as the last video. But last video will probably be up tomorrow, the 21st. This will be up on Friday, the 23rd, probably. Again, this is episode 1.5. So, I don't know. I got it. I wanted to incorporate it. We're just going to see how it goes. Hopefully, I have not, disrupted the balance of my deck, because it was feeling pretty good. I was cooking. It was cooking, whether it was intentional or not. I was cooking. And of course, I never showed them off. You probably saw them in the early video, but I do have 10 of the Roger Don. I spent way too much money on those 10s. I did not buy the 10s aftermarket. I went to a Target that has their cards in an odd place, so they usually have stuff. I got 20 10s, not all at once. Bought 10 the first time because they had like 4 boxes of them. So I got 10 the first time. Came back like 3 days later. Nobody had touched them. Bought 10 more. I only got 9 of these. I got 11 of the Luffy Don. So I bought one of these secondhand. So whatever. But Don I use. Now we're going to get to what we were supposed to open in the last video. What's this? I don't know. It says winner. Winner gets saved for last, I guess. I've already opened a couple of these, so I'll just go ahead and do that. But these are what I won. Really, I won these from almost exclusively from Sunday when I went undefeated. But I'm gonna go ahead and do these. I don't even know how many of these I have. I feel like every time I open one of these packs, one of these is in there. And like, yeah, sure, it's the card on the pack. So, oh, there we go. I don't know what's even really available in those, but that's it. Oh, one more thing. I think I said in the last video, I wasn't planning on playing these in the deck. They're there just in case. As you can see, none of them got added. So, all right. Tournament right here. Sora. This is what, probably blue purple Sanji. So, it looks like, when I played it, it seems like a very interesting deck. Have to check it out. Baby 5. Oh, and it's a 2K? That's nice. Who is the yellow Don Quixote? Rosinante. Rosinante's purple yellow, right? I don't know. I have to check. All right. Which one of these, I forget, has the winner card, but whatever. Well, we open both. Ooh. Oh, Kuma winner. Get a nice shine on that. And our last one. Oh, it's got Toko on it. I like this. But our Hiyori winner card. All right, folks. That's going to wrap it up. Let's see. Like I said, I'm trying to make this a series. We will see how it goes. I'll let you know how the deck performs in the coming week. I'll probably play Thursday the 22nd. For sure the 24th and the 25th. Thursday is the one that's a little up in the air. So I'll probably next time I'll record will be Monday the 26th. It will not be 40 minutes, hopefully. But we will see. So it's been Slacktuary or Aaron. You can just call me Aaron. That's what the A is for. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your deck list. Let me know what you think of my deck. And yeah, I will see you all later.